Team, welcome back. Day 2. We are in our um, overall software testing and automation. We started with the basic concepts of UI app as a crowd tester, more with manual focus, and how we're able to take it forward. So we have discussed a few things yesterday, team. We specifically focused on a couple of things that we will get started with. The first is, what we can do for UI. And yes, there's so much about Selenium Java TestNG that we know. And the next is about API testing. So we broadly classified it into these two areas. We will also do a mobile app. But before we get there, we want to spend at least 2 to 3 days onto UI and API testing. So team, let's continue in the same direction. I want to be able to today make anyone the presenter. And if you can show me what you have downloaded from GoToWebinar, from GitHub for Eniot and Postman downloads, I can make you presenter, please. And we'll start playing around a little bit from there. Team, who wants to be a presenter now? Raise your hand so I can make you presenter, everyone. I would love to see the work happening at your end, team. It's not just a training. This is going to be a lot of exercises and activities that you all need to do. So Sandhya, I'm making you presenter to begin with. And these sessions are going to be interactive, team. So we will go through the process of combined learning together. And there's a lot that we can cover with each other. Yes, please. Hello, Sandhya. Can't hear you yet.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me, Karthik?
Now I can. Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Hi. Good evening, Karthik. Actually, I downloaded the software. I mean the AnyArt application.
Uh-huh. And Postman as well.
Postman, I don't have memory. That's the problem. Like it's only
Oh, on the
7.
system.
That's
Sure, no problem.
that I did online though. So
Okay.
can I work on that or no? Is it?
Yeah, we can. I think it'll almost have the same features.
Yeah, I
So
guess
how does it?
so.
Mhm.
I just need to log in. I think looks like something I clicked. Yeah, I'm here. This works, right? Hello, Karthik?
Sorry. Yes, I think this should work.
Okay.
Yes, no problem. Let us see how it works. Then we'll be able to make a solution on it.
So
So,
do I need to create a new workspace or no need?
okay, let's go through API for Postman first, everyone. But I would like to do it on the tool if I may, but let us try and explore through your web interface. So yes, let's create Sandhya API new workspace. Yeah, let's give it a name. We'll just say Feb or API Feb, whatever you want. API, yeah. And let's go with creating it. Visibility is only for you. Okay, good. Now, so before I actually can make this happen, let us practice on a website called recres.in. Go to a new tab, please. Yes, reqres.in. Okay. So, team, all of you listening ears, please. I'm going to talk about this now. Just scroll down. Keep scrolling. Okay, there we go. A little up. Let's go up to the top of this table. A little bit more. Let's also, yeah, there you go. That's good. Give it a try. All right, everyone. So, team, do you remember? And we're not going to go very deep into CRUD and all the, can I ask you to be on? Okay. Operations yet, but I want you to get the basic idea. You see this something called request here? That is something we send. And the request will always have one URL, which is in green right below it. And sometimes it will have data that we will send. That's an input that is going to a web service as a request. And to the right of it, you see the response that comes back to us saying that it is validated. Oh, I got this. So the response has a status code, which is 200, good or okay right now. And then it has a response body, that page 2 per page total. Can someone tell me what format is this data stored in the response?
JSON.
Perfect. Yeah. So it's JSON, which is JavaScript object notation. You will master this a lot as you go along, everyone. It is important. But the most important thing is that it helps us to store data in a very structured way and be able to retrieve data also. It stores data in a concept called as key value pair. So on the left side, for example, page is a key. Number 2 is the value. Per underscore page is a key. Number 6 is a value. Can you take a mouse on it when I'm speaking, please, Sandhya? Thank you. Total is the key and 12 is the value. So that basically is able to, so when I want from this overall JSON data, I can pick up what is the total, what is the page. Or I can go dig deeper. In that there is something called as data. Data has many records. Each record has an ID, email, first name, last name, avatar. And you can choose what data based on that detail that we provide. So you will get that result. So when we talk about API team, it's an application programming interface where we send a request and we get a response. So I want you all to become very comfortable with Postman and APIs in the next few weeks. But let us get started with creating some of these. On the left side, the ones you see get, post, put, patch, delete. These are nothing but our CRUD operations where we are creating something, reading something, updating something, and deleting something. So what does each of these API commands do? We will understand based on this. Now, how does this request.in work? So go up a little bit more, please. So we have actually clicked on get list of users. Yes, and then request is there, the URL. That is the response 200. Response is the next one. That's the request and then response. And what body we get, data, part of the response. Now click on single user, please. That is another get call. Here, the URL is different. Request. Can you take your mouse over the request, please, Sandhya? Yes. So that's my URL. API users to. My response is different. Is 200 same, but my data is different. This is the detail I'll get for a single user. How about single user not found? Get. And it says that there's no user called 23. That's why 404 not found error comes up. These are called HTTP status codes, everyone. Sandhya, can you open up a new tab and just do a search for HTTP API HTTP status codes? State, okay. Um, Status codes. And let's go to the main one. Yeah, there we go. Hold on. Don't click anything. I want to, okay. Actually, this is not a bad one, the one you just got. So there are 5 levels of a team. The numbers as a result that start with 100. One series is informational. Two series is success. Three is it's getting redirected for some other service. Four is there's some error at the client end. Client is basically what we are requesting from. And then there is something from your server that is not returning. So these are the various status codes. If things work correct, you'll see 1 or 2 usually. But if there's problems, then you'll see 4 or 5 a lot. Give me a second, team. Sorry. Also search for W3 status codes. You'll get a correct result for it, please. And I think you're searching on Google, so I'm not really that used to Google, but yeah, that's no, no, I didn't say W3 schools. Uh, just say HTTP status codes. That's the first one. Just take that. Scroll down. No, you're going too fast for me. Go up, please. Scroll up. I saw something here. Go to this Microsoft.com docs.microsoft.com, and I have all this documented, team. When we go more detailed, we'll get into this. Just scroll down. So keep going. Yeah, this will have all the status codes, each and every one, and what it means. So what is HTTP, team? Who all want to be more unmuted? Please raise your hands and at least unmute you. I would love to hear some audio back as well from each of you participants. I'll just want to unmute you. Who all would like to be unmuted? I need more hands. So I have Deepa, Banu, Laurie, Jaya. Have you all unmuted? Now, would anyone be able to tell me what is the full form of HTTP?
Hypertext Transfer Protocol.
Correct. So what does that mean? Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So protocol is a way of understanding of how we want to share data. Hypertext is primarily referring to what we do on the web end. So anything to do with World Wide Web, www, your HTTP will come into there. Okay, so each of these are the HTTP status code that come back to us. Okay, all right. Now let us go back to Postman, and here the first thing we'll do is let us create a collection team. Click on collections for me on the top left. Yeah, you can actually create a new collection now because there's nothing yet. Why going to the right? You can stay on the left side. Let's be clear with the navigation menu, everyone. You have a left side vertical menu bar called collections, APIs, environments, mock servers, monitors, history. Do you see that? Then you have the right side where we will have a lot of other things. Now let's click on a new collections, please. On the left side, yes. New collection, give it a name. I think we can edit that name there. Beside it, there's a pencil.
Yes.
Yes. Let's say 01 hyphen regress. REQRES, request response.
Yes. Repeat.
So that's the website that we are trying as of now. Okay. All right, great. So that's done. Now, is it saved? Good. Now, what is a collection? Go back to that tab regress.in, please. Okay. Each of this is single API commands or API calls. Get, post, put, patch, delete. We will try and give the same details as a few API calls and put it into Postman. Now, first and foremost that we will need is what is the type of command. So that is get in this case, GET. We will use that. So let's go back to your Postman. You will switch between these two windows a few times. So in this, we will have multiple requests. A collection is nothing but a multiple set of requests. So one after the other, we will do this API calls. So add a request. Yes, that's correct. And let's say one get, one hyphen get. Okay. Now, so is it, now comes the, so what, do you see the word get beside to the left of it? That is the drop down where the first 5 are the most important ones that we will use for API. Get, post, put, patch, and delete. If you work on APIs for 1.5 to 2 months, you'll have good clarity on what each of them are. But primarily get is to read, post and put is to create, patch is to update, delete is to take the record off. Okay, so now let's do get. And let's go and get the URL, please. Go back to request.in. You see under request, no, that's not the URL actually. Under request, you see this, correct? So right click on green text and no, what did you do? That's not a complete URL. Let's go back. Right click on it on the green text, please. On the green text. Okay, you clicked on it. Yes, copy link address. And now go back and put that. Paste it. Okay, good. Now this is created. Go back to request.in again. And here, click on it, the green one, request URL. The one, yes, just do a regular click. So the one on top you see, that is the URL team. Yeah, thank you for zooming. And here is the data that's got returned. What format is it? JSON. What format is JSON carrying?
Key
Key
value
value pair. Correct. So there's a key and there's a value. That's all. It's very easy for the system to understand without any complexities. What are the other formats in which we can maintain data? CSV, Excel,
XML.
database, XML. Correct. Absolutely. So
I'm
that's
sorry,
this is
can I interrupt you? I'm trying to follow you
yes.
along. Do I do new collection? I'm trying to start with
We
Postman.
are trying to go along. Correct. So let's go to creating collections first.
Okay, and I do new collection,
Your new collection, correct?
hit the plus sign.
Yeah.
Okay, and name this
Zero
test.
two hyphen regress. So we have 01. You can name it whatever you want. Say
Okay,
Google here.
thank you.
Thank you. Say 02 hyphen Google, please. All right. Now let's go back to our 01 hyphen regress and we will create our first API request. So we send, no, don't click yet. Give me a
So now
second.
we add a request that I'm
We add
a
a
little bit
request. That is
behind. Okay,
correct.
that's where you were. That's what I'm trying to catch up with you. I'm sorry.
Sure, sure. No, I would love you all to catch up and absolutely welcome on it.
So
So
now
what
I've
is
got
this?
get. Now I've got
Mhm.
get, and now I put in the what you have. I can't tab like you guys are.
You can't what? Sorry.
I can't tab back and forth like you are. I have the standing Postman, and then I have to.
Sure. You can use Alt Tab. Mhm.
Oh, yes, thank you.
You're welcome. You can switch
No,
between
Alt
windows
tab
there.
doesn't do that. Alt tab's not working.
Shall
That
I
just
make
works.
you a presenter? I'll
No,
come
that
to you in a sec. Just watch what we're doing for the next 90
okay.
seconds and then we will come back to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. So let's go back to, um, you can actually navigate back on this page to request.in. Go back in the browser. Okay, great. No, request.in also. So go back in this browser, navigate back. Yes, please. Thank you. So what happens with the API is very simple, team. There are two different applications. One application wants to send a request and it requires a URL and it will get a response and some data. That is your response. Okay. So when we send a request, we have to get a response. Now let's go back to Postman and click on send. Okay, very good. Now, do you see something coming up on the bottom, which is body, cookies, headers, test results, everything, team?
Yes, we can see that.
Perfect. So what you got back is the body. So what does that mean from an application perspective? It says that this specific URL is working fine. I sent some request. I'm getting the correct response. Now let us create one more request in the same collection. So let's go back to 010 requests. You see those three dots there, correct? And click on add request. Perfect. Now another get, we'll say to get single user. That's the name, correct. So that's the URL. Yes. Copy link address. Perfect. Go back and we'll say this. Okay. 1 second. Um, okay, sure. Send. Ooh, I hope it saved your content. So you're using a cloud version of Postman and not a desktop version. Can you change the name, please, to begin with? Yeah, rename. We'll say to get single user. Okay, and now we have a specific address. All right, so let's click the send. Save is the other important one, team. Keep trying to save those, each request. Now when I send this, I get this detail. Do you see this? Very good. Now create one more request in the same collection. Start with the collection, add request, and let's call it 3 get bad user. So what does a bad user mean? So let us say this is an application where users are there in the database. You gonna retrieve the information about the user if that exists. But what if that user does not exist? That's the third one, single user not found. So not only is my response code 404, but my JSON data also is empty. So that's another request that we're sending. Why? Because the user /23 is pointing to a user that does not exist. So let us send and see. So yes, my body, then this part, team, let me, so do you see that word called body on below that to the left? Yes. From there on is your response, team. Okay. On top of it is your request. That section I'm saying. So that section, params authorization, no. Get is your command, then your URL, and just under that is params authorization headers body. You see that? That whole section is your request. Anything you want to send as part of request, then it will come here. So far what we have done is we just saying if a user exists or not. Get all users, that's the first one. Then get single user, get a bad user. Now let's go and look at something called as login in Regress. Let us say if a user wants to log into an application. Let's go to regress.in. Yeah. So what happens when we're trying to log in, team? So login is an operation where you need to pass some input data, username and password. And based on that, we will be able to decide if it works or not. Scroll down slightly. There you go. Login successful. Do you see that post? So here, my command is post. And with post, I'm actually setting new data or sending data into the request. So under request, do you see there's a URL and then the JSON data? And similarly, under the response, we have a code, status code 200, and then a token number that got generated as a JSON data. So this is a user with valid credentials able to log in. If you scroll further down and look at the next one, login bad user, something like that, login unsuccessful. So what are we doing here? Login is the same, but looks like my input data does not have the password. And hence my response is no longer 200, response is 400. No, first always start with status code 400. And then I got a response saying error, missing password. We will automate both of this using Postman now. All right, let's go create 4 login in Postman. So we take the URL address, that is correct. Who would like to be the next presenter? And this is good. I'm really liking it when I'm seeing the team actually doing it rather than me blindly explaining.
I would like to be the next presenter so you can show me.
Sure,
Mm,
I'll do that.
okay. You can stop it from your end, or I should stop.
No,
Correct?
go ahead. We'll just finish this couple of things
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
while
I've
you're
got two
doing.
monitors too, so
Okay.
Sure, I'm coming to you, Lord. Give me a second.
no
So
problem.
add request, and then now yeah, name the request first. Okay,
Oh,
log
that's
in.
what I
No, maintain uniformity, everyone. You started with 1-get. I liked it when you said 02. I didn't like it when you said 3. So we can all make it 01, 02, 03 like that, and that's fine. Now your command 04 is good. Your command is post. See, get is only fetching data. Post, you're actually making a data update at the server end. So we have to send something. This has to get posted there. So now, do you see the body? Just focus everyone for a few seconds on the screen. So it will be easy for you to do it at your end at that time. Go back to request.in. Remember I told you your request has a URL first. URL. There is a URL. Yeah, URL. That's correct. And that's what we get. And then below it is your input data. That data is in a JSON format. Go back. Copy that input data. We are in the, yeah, login successful. Copy that JSON data. Okay, so that's our data. Go back to Postman, yes. Now in body, we have to put it out here, team. So we're gonna call it raw, yes. And then, do you see the word called text there? Don't paste it. I didn't ask you to paste it yet. Undo, Control Z. Okay, good. Do you see the word called text after GraphQL? Yes.
do.
Click on that bottom arrow. Change it to JSON format. Correct. Now put it there. Paste it in below it. Correct. Paste. There we go. So now that's my data. Let's send this. So that part is the request tab or window. Below will be my response that will come as soon as I hit the send. Send it. So where do I see 200? That's correct. That is my status. Where do I see the output data? That's correct. In the body, and this is where I see. You can send cookies, you can send headers, you can send a lot of information into it. And your applications will behave according to this. All right. Now, the last thing I'll do on your system right now, Sandhya, is we will run all these APIs one after the other as a collection. Can someone tell me before you do that, how long does this API executions take when we
Less than a
send a
minute.
request?
It's
Hardly seconds
seconds, yeah.
or milliseconds. The reason is it's very quick to transfer data, simple data, then files, images, and so on, when we have to render a web page, which is a UI. So UI will be much slower. Now, can you please correct your names of your test? Make the first one 01 and the third one 03. Thank you.
Hi, Karthik. I have a
Yes.
question. Actually, we are creating various scenarios, right, for validating the APIs. So, how different from the UI compared to the API? In UI, the same scenario we are going to execute. Like we
Yes.
are validating the login and something like so. Because of the performance and fastness, we are going for API testing, like something like that.
Okay. So speed is one of the advantages with API. So UI testing will cover a lot of features. but it will be more realistic in page loading. When we do
Mhm.
API only, we can cover some of the UI features also, like a functional aspects.
So before
We can
it coming into the front end also, we are testing before in advance.
exactly, exactly. So all that we are testing is how is the data going and coming. I can
Okay.
also log into an application without loading the UI of it using API.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So UI
Got it.
takes, yes, UI will take for the same thing maybe a minute or so or two, but API will be much instant
Okay. Yeah.
because the amount of data that is getting transferred is also very less. When we're loading a website HTML page, each component will slowly get loaded. Yeah, so we'll
Okay.
go through that as well. Now
Okay.
let us
So
execute. Yes.
yeah, and another question is like we have the request site, so we can see where to like what to paste in the body and what to get the
Correct.
response and everything. So
Correct.
like in a real time also we get a kind of some document like what needs to paste and what needs to get as a response.
Great question. So a good API developer will create a good API documentation. And then the application is built over that API documentation. So API will basically say my backend database, how does it get affected when any user is logging in or logging out or logging into changing the profile settings or posting any data or information. I forgot your question also, but it was a very good question. Can you repeat your question once again for me?
Yeah, just I was asking
Mhm.
how we are validating as a tester, like what is the reference uh,
Oh,
like
correct,
we
correct.
have, yeah.
So, right. So there should be good amount of documentation team. Now let us say I don't have documentation. Okay.
Okay.
Like regress.in, then I need
Mm-hmm.
to figure out. That is where we sometimes use tools like Swagger or Postman and so on and start creating. Do you see the next collection called Google? So here I don't have the API things for Google. So it won't, um, without that, how can we create is what we will work on. I don't have the details, right, in Google. So how can we still create a few? Just get the URLs and so on. Sandhya, can we go back to your screen? I see 04 login success. There is a defect there. This is supposed to be a post. I see get beside it. Here it is post. But do you see under 01 request, it says
We
get,
have
get,
to
get, get.
save.
Right, it does.
Correct. So
But it
let's click on the
automatically says when
save.
you make a new request, it says get.
Yes, that's default. So click on the save button on the right side. Even the color will change. There you go. See, post in orange. Now you have your collection ready. Request.in 01. So 4 requests are there. Right click on it or those 3 dots and say, hold on, go slow here. What? No. Can you click on it again? Okay. So view more actions. Actually, I'm seeing the run option on the right side. So we have selected regress. Go to the right of it, right of the screen. You see fork, share, run. Yeah. So let's click on run. Now, this is the order in which it's running. You have lot of additional details that you can put, like delay between each, how many times you want to iterate. If you want an external data file to be selected, that will be used as a input to some of your commands. Great, and so on. So let's click on the blue button, run 01-regress. And team, as manual testers, I want you all to know this. I want you all to be very well aware of it. Okay. All right. Now, what do we have? An error occurred while running this request. Check Postman console for more info. So the first one itself, click on view summary. click on that get 01 get. I think, yeah, something. What is the problem that it's doing? It's saying environment. What environment does it require? This is a cloud version, not a desktop version. And we are trying to run this entire collection of 4 requests. A key, save cookies. Okay. Again, the same issue.
Yes, Karthik.
Do you see that above view results, there's a no environment icon
Yeah, yeah.
above it? Let's see. Drop down. Click on the drop down, please. So it doesn't say anything. Click on the eye icon now beside it. Let's see what it says. Is that, yeah, so here's the problem. Yours is a web version, hosted version, cloud version, correct? So I don't know if it is able to run them
Mine
from
is a desktop version, and I've got the exact same thing she says. It's identical. I'm desktop.
So then
for regress.
Yeah,
we'll
so I see the
stop
same
sharing.
thing.
So I'll
Okay.
stop sharing, Karthik. Then.
Let me make Laurie the presenter. Let's see
Yeah.
how we're
Thank
doing
you.
there. Thank you.
Thank you, Karthik.
Okay, let me see if I can move
Welcome.
my.
Yeah, just made you presenter.
Oh, come on. Okay. And now it won't move over. Show my screen.
Mhm.
And let me see if I can get my screen to move over. There we go. Can you see it?
Laurie, yes.
Okay, good. I had to move it over from my other screen. I've got dual screens.
Cool.
So when
No
I click
problem.
here, I see the same thing.
Number one, Laurie, good one. You actually put everything correct
But
out here.
this did not, when I hit this and I hit save, it didn't change it to post.
Let's do
Now
it
I did
again.
something wrong in here. I didn't follow your steps exactly. I couldn't, because remember you had her put Jason in here
No
and
problem.
copy the text.
Or just change it
Correct.
from get to post on the top,
How?
On
on
He's,
the
just beside
menu.
left of the URL.
Yeah, left of the URL.
how do you change it to
Just
post?
select
Take your mouse to the right of it
Here?
and go up a little up, and then to the right,
To the
a little. No, you're going too right, too long. Right above params authorization, you see
Oh,
the word get.
params. Here, go here.
on top, params top of param.
Params. Okay.
Top.
May I answer, please? Let me answer, please. Let me guide. So
Okay.
just above that, just take your mouse a little above that. You see get.
Oh,
There
there.
you go.
Change that. Thank you.
Change
That
that
was
to
easy enough.
post
Now save.
and save.
Perfect. That's what you did and I missed. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
But
So
I just
now we
wanted to
have
show
a
you that our screens are identical, even though she's in the cloud and I'm desktop.
sure.
But go ahead, I'll walk through this.
Okay, so looks good so far. Let's hit on send as of now. So it does not, it says error missing email or username. So we need to put our input, our request body. So click on body above this, where you see there. Yes, correct. That's your input request. Go to raw format. Select JSON from the text drop down. Copy that from regress.in.
Okay, let me get there. And I want to go to register successful. Login successful post. There we are. Okay, and then I copy the text that's in here. Got it. Paste.
Paste, please. Yes. That's my URL.
Oh, that's not it.
Just
That's
below
not
the URL, you'll see the request input raw data.
Control Z.
Mhm,
I copied the wrong text anyway.
no problem.
It looks like it.
And
Do
team,
I
I
want the
want you
response or the request? Oh, there
the
we go. The
request.
brackets. I didn't get the brackets.
Yes, it'll start with curl brackets and ends with
Yep.
curl bracket, the JSON
And
data.
put that where? Here?
In your body raw JSON on top. Correct.
Right here. Okay, that's where she put it last time. Paste. Really?
You hit copy.
Paste.
There you go.
I did copy. I thought I
Yeah,
did.
you copy.
Control C. Control V. Nope.
When you're switching the screens, we're not able to see because you have
I
split
know.
screen. That's
I
okay.
know. I've got dual
Not
screens.
a problem.
I
Good.
can
That
bring this
works.
over. Let me bring this over. And this is what I'm trying to copy.
Correct. So you can do a control A here also. Yeah, that's good.
Control C.
Selected it. Control
Control
C.
C. Right. Control C. I'll drop back over here.
Hmm.
Go to line 1 and Control
Sure.
V. There.
There we go. Cool.
Now hit send.
Hit send. Correct. So I got my
There, we've got
status is 200 and where's your status code?
200.
Perfect.
Good.
That's good. Good. All good.
Save.
So save it. Yes.
Okay.
Now let us go to 01 get. I want to see what is there in that. So there's no body input, but output we're getting all the users
Mm-hmm.
and looks good. So let us try and run this entire collection called 01 regress. So we'll click on
And
the three dots above it. Just go one level above, yeah, to the right of it. And then
ellipsis.
here you will see, okay,
No,
so
it
just
doesn't
click
look
on
right.
it, just click on it, 01 regress,
Okay.
the word, click on, no, above it,
Oh, I'm sorry.
no problem. Now, do you see the word called run on the right side? Go right all the way. Each of these are tabs, team. If you look at on the above, overview, get, post, 01 regress, correct. So here, so come below, there's a run icon to the right
Oh,
of it.
there it is. Thank you.
You're welcome. No problem. And,
Okay.
and that is the
And then
only
click this.
hardship in tools. Where is what feature? What should we use? Hold on. Let us not hurry into it. Let
Okay.
us see what we're doing. So I have 4 checkboxes of run order, which is running where. Then I have iteration as to how many times it has to repeat. If I have to put any delay in milliseconds between any data, and then save responses, run. Okay, yeah, run. Now we can.
Okay.
The reason, team, is very simple. Any tool application you want to cross verify before you execute everything. Otherwise, we're not in full control. Same thing happened here. That is very strange. I don't know why. What's happening?
Run again.
It should be a local environment. That's what where we're running on.
Yeah, this is local.
But yes, yours is a desktop application and it
Mm-hmm.
should be on the local. So do you see the icon called no environment above it? Above run again? Just above run again.
Excuse me?
If you take your mouse a little above run again, the blue button.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking of something
No,
else.
no
There.
clicking there. Take your mouse a little over it to no environment. There you go. Let's look at what's there in the drop down.
Same thing
Give it a
as.
name. Say ABC.
Okay.
Actually, you can give a. Do you see the plus sign there to the left of it?
Yeah.
Click on that.
Okay. I just did.
I don't see anything. Click on, okay.
It's
What
got
do you need
it's
to?
a new get that's empty.
Oh, no.
That's
How
what it
about
did.
the three dots besides it? Besides the plus?
Can we get rid of this? This is empty.
You
Here,
can, yes, you
untitled.
can close
Yeah,
the
we'll
tab.
click here.
Mhm.
And
Kill
here's
the
another
tab too.
untitled one. We'll get rid of that one. And here's
Perfect.
the
We'll
original
keep
one.
this.
Okay, now you want me to
Correct.
go here because I renamed it to ABC.
Did it get renamed? I'm not sure. So let's click
Yeah,
on
right
those
here.
three
See, it said
dots.
ABC. Click on the ellipsis.
Recently closed, duplicate current tab. Oh, it's all about the tabs.
Yes.
So we said ABC. Let's give it a try now.
Run again.
Yeah. No. So
View
individual
summary.
requests are running. I don't know why.
You want me to
There's
view the
nothing in
summary?
there. Sure, we can try.
Let's see what happens. Nothing.
It's having with the first get request itself, it's failing. Let me switch to my system. I just opened up
Okay.
Postman at my end. Let's see how it's looking there.
Okay.
Hi Karthik, Surekha here.
Hello.
Hi Karthik. Here, if you are giving the your post, here I gave the post of login of unsuccessful. Here I am getting the data, but without the generating of a token. So I want
Karthik, I think we had to save everything actually. That I think only post alone saved. So if we saved everything, I guess it will work.
Can you be a little bit more clearer for me and louder? What did you mention?
We are just saving only the post one, right? So if we save the others also, like it will work. For me, it worked actually. If I save the others, I
Oh,
also got.
let me go back. Maybe we didn't do the saving correctly. Yeah. Laurie, can you go back to, can we come back to your screen? Go to each
Sure.
request and click
Fine.
on save for each of them,
All right.
starting with 0, 1.
Let me get my screen back over. Show my
Thank you.
screen. No problem. And come on over. Okay. So go to get and
The first
save.
one. And what, yes, that is what is
Save.
recommended. And go to 0, 2 also. Yes, please,
Uh-huh.
saved. Next, second one
02.
and save.
Save. Oh, so that's what we didn't do.
Correct. Looks like
Save. And I
that's
know we
where,
saved this one, but we'll do it again. Good. It is saved.
perfect. It looks saved.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Now
now
let's,
we go, where did we go run this at?
we go to the collection.
Click here
Yes.
and here.
No, no, just about that.
Test, run. Here we go. Thank you.
Run.
Yeah, I saved it, Karthik. It is working fine for me.
It's working now. Okay.
Yeah, it's
There it
working.
is. There it is. We got it.
It is successful.
Is that is that how it should look?
Um, it.
This doesn't look right either.
Let's look and view results.
Okay.
Okay, this request does not have any tests. What do you mean tests? But
I
I
don't
got 200 okay, 200 okay,
Yeah.
404 not found, which is correct, and 200 okay. So this is all correct. Let's click on login successful. Is it the last one? Post? Not there in our results.
Click here.
No, we went to the request. We were viewing the results actually of the previous run. You see those tabs on top?
Yes.
So let's go to, yeah, maybe that one. Click on it.
And that doesn't
Let's
have
click on
any
post
tests.
here.
Hmm?
It does have, everything is good here. Come down in it. Do you see get post? Click on post. Iteration 1 under that. Yes, click on any of, yeah, let's click on that. Are you able to look at the, just the
Request
format has
URL, request
changed.
headers,
Mhm. So request
response
what we
headers.
send, let's look at response body.
Okay.
That's request body. The
Mm,
first top
There we
3
go.
are requests. That's my request body, what I'm sending. Under that is response body, what I'm getting back from the API call.
No response body was logged.
That's not correct.
Response
Response
body was
headers,
not logged.
not logged, but it should give me the data of the token key when we log in. Click on the response headers, please. No, just above response
Oh,
body, do you see a response headers? That is
mhm.
request headers.
Okay.
Let me try and be clear again. The top
I'm
3 are
sorry.
request URL, request. Then we
Response
have
headers.
response,
Yes.
response.
Yes. I'm
There
sorry.
we go. Thank you. No problem. Were not logged. So what is logged? Did you right click on this post or did you click on it?
I clicked on it.
And it gave you these options, is it?
Mm-hmm. This is what I did. I
Okay.
went here and this becomes a link and I clicked on it.
Okay.
And then you get these.
Because we need response header and body, not header, but response body has to come here. All right.
Is
How about
anybody
go
else
to the
getting them?
first one? Get. Yeah, we can check that now. Just go to the other request like 01 get or 02 get. See what's happening there, Laurie. Don't
Hi,
click there,
Karthik. Are
please.
you audible my
Yep.
voice?
Give me 1 minute. I'm coming to you.
Okay. Okay.
Click here.
Yes. Response body. Okay, I don't see the data.
There's
Something
something I
I'm
didn't
not able
do.
to get. Let me, yeah, no, not maybe your end. Could be what we're not seeing from the tool's perspective, but we'll come
Okay.
to it. Yes, who had a question? Someone was saying something.
Sureka here. Karthik.
Yes, Sureka.
Here, the fourth one I gave the post one. I saved the URL. I'm giving the login unsuccessful, but here the token is not generated, but the data is coming in a response. But data won't be come to the response, right? If you are giving unsuccessful login.
There's nothing called if you give unsuccessful login. If you give incorrect credentials for a login API call, you will get a message saying invalid email or password and so on.
That and all is not telling.
It's not coming to you.
Yes.
Okay, let's come to it. Give me a second. Sureka, correct? I'll make you a presenter
Yes.
in a minute. Oh no, it's already 6:37 team. I'm missing time for the JPAC session. Okay, so here's the thing, everyone. Do you see my Postman? So these are a few collections that I did, like just been playing around. I see API first collection, get request one. These are all, I think, simple ones. And I use some other URLs also. Let me see what happens when I execute this. Right click. Okay, let me click here.
Send.
Ramu is calling me, and no,
Send.
that's just one of those.
Oh, okay.
Send is only for this one of these. So I need the entire collection to execute. I can scroll down.
No, it will available in the above one, that arrow mark, not this one. Yeah.
Right.
There, the
And then
arrow
you're
run.
right. Run. And I scroll down here and say run.
Same
And
thing.
this is my, but
Request does
wait,
not have
hold
any
on.
tests.
That's very interesting. All worked correct. What is it that I'm seeing here? Is something wrong with?
This request does not have any tests.
Yeah, I see that. That's all.
Mm.
That's what I'm seeing here. That's strange. Let's see what has happening.
And then the pass and fail don't have any status either.
Let me go to one of these and user 24, 34 will not be there. Send, not found, correct. 11, send. I'm getting the data back. So this is my request, this is my response, sent, and I got individual. So as a collection, this should also work. I'm a little surprised because it always works. Let's check on this tomorrow once, team. We have to get on to JPAC. Let's continue these sessions. I want you to, in the meanwhile, everyone, please take it as an assignment and create a collection with all the requests that you're seeing on request.in.
Okay.
So there are only about a dozen. So we're going to put a collection, each of them, and let there be input data, output data, whatever.
For patch
And
and
make
delete, we
sure
have any other one, Karthik? For patch and delete, we need to do anything?
what do you mean? Anything?
Patch and
You have to
delete.
do the same. So very
Okay.
simple. You have your command, you take that command first. Next, you take the URL. If
Copy
the
the link.
request also requires the data, we take that and put it in the input body. Then this is what we expect to see when we execute. All right. So team, let's continue tomorrow. I'm going to switch to the JPAC session. I'm sorry, but I'm sure most of you have questions through this. Go through this and we'll see you again. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
So let's finish API. Let's also practice on web UI on Eniot in the next session.
Okay.
Let's sort this collection issue. I'm sure we have some brilliant minds. We will break it up and we'll see where we missed out, how the collection isn't running. Let's solve that first. Thank you,
Okay. Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you so
Good night.
much. Great. Yes, we can log off. Thank you all. Bye now.
Bye-bye.